always online. Grab your headphones, let's review time. Music's the love and niche divine. Laughs and insights mixed like wine. Every strong and every beat. They analyze, they can't be beat. Tuning in on the socials meet. Join the fun and take your seat. If music's your thing, come along. Hear Amanda sing her song. Chris brings the notes on and on. Together they make us strong.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Song Swap Showdown. How are you? My name is Chris, and I am, of course, joined by my awesome co-host out in Michigan, in the United States. That girl, Amanda Sharp.
Good morning. How are you doing, Chris Baglio?
I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. I'm back from a awesome trip to the Netherlands. Amsterdam was a wonderful trip. I missed you. I missed all of you guys. I missed doing this show. It's always 1 week off, and it's like it feels like it's a month. It's amazing.
I know.
But I had an amazing trip. It was great. I'm so glad we went. It was beautiful. Spring is starting out there, and it was great. It was a wonderful trip. I highly urge you all, if you've never gone to Europe, go to Europe, but definitely go to Amsterdam. I think for Amsterdam, it's a good starter city for most Americans. If you've never been to Europe, I think Amsterdam is a good starter city because it's very, everybody pretty much speaks English there. They speak Dutch and they speak English. It's a good starter European country. I think it's very metropolitan. It's fun. There's a lot to do. There's museums, there's restaurants, there's food, there's drinks, beautiful gardens. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous country.
I love that.
Yes.
I have never been out of this country with the exception of going to Canada, which is just like a cool thing to do, to like drive into Canada and come back when you're younger. Like, we went to Canada over the weekend. Like, we literally just drove in and drove out. Like, it's so silly. But
we have our friend from Canada checking in this morning too.
Good morning, Randall. Good morning.
Yes.
So from what I could see, Canada is beautiful, but I've never stayed long enough to
Canada is beautiful.
To it. Yeah.
Canada is beautiful. I would love to go to Montreal. I'd love to go to Montreal. That's definitely a Canadian province I'd like to visit.
Sure.
I've been to Toronto a few times, Ontario, and it is beautiful. I would love to explore more. Only been there a few times, not very long enough to go deep, but it is gorgeous. So I'd love to get back to Canada for sure, because it is a beautiful country. So listen, guys, before we dive deep into trips and other countries and all that, once again, we want to welcome you to Song Swap Showdown. Whether you're listening on RadioGardenState.com or you're watching us over here on YouTube, Facebook, or listening wherever you get podcasts, that's where you can check out the show each and every week. And we do stream the show live right here on YouTube, Facebook, and of course, our friends over at Radio Garden State. We love you guys. If this is your first time checking out Song Swap Showdown, how the show normally works is Amanda and I each swap 3 songs with each other that we may or may not have heard before, and then we will rate those songs on a scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a skip.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. You hear the first couple notes, you're like, ugh. That's how Amanda feels when she hears the Misfits. Ugh.
Ugh. Only in October they should be allowed.
All the way up to 5 records, which is Heavenly Music to Our Ears, going on our Eternity playlist. Those are songs you can listen to over and over and over again. It's like hearing it for the first time every time. It's great. It's a great song. It's your favorite song that you can listen to forever and ever and ever. And speaking of eternity and heavenly music, we were trying to come up with this week's theme because like I said, I was away, and so we really didn't have a discussion. I went away, I came back, and I go, oh wow, we're doing a show in a few days. Well, what should we do as a theme? And Amanda was feeling very Spiritualized
Yeah.
this week, and you came up with you said, hey, why don't we do something like, religious songs, spiritual songs that are inspired by whatever it is you believe in out there,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Let's
Yep.
do songs like that. So that was your suggestion this week.
Yeah, I mean, I celebrate Easter, so that is this
Mhm.
month, this year, and so I
Yeah,
thought that was
coming
kind
up.
of in my brain and in my head that what a neat show. And everybody has different spiritual and religious practices, so
Right.
your music may look different than ours, but I think we have some really good ones that
Mhm.
can land no matter where you are on your spiritual journey.
Right. Yeah, I think so. I think we did a bunch of interesting picks. I was actually surprised. I thought for sure my list from you this week was going to be basically the entire Elvis gospel record, or like Elvis and Johnny Cash, like his hymnals and stuff that he's done. I thought for sure that's what I was getting. And I got the absolute opposite from you this week. Impressive.
In a good way.
No, in a very good way. I already went like, oh, I'm going to get Elvis and Johnny Cash. Not there's anything wrong with that, but it's very par for the course for Amanda to do that. And, but you did not. You expanded your musical horizons.
Yeah, and I didn't feel like I needed to go full gospel, right?
Right.
Like, I wanted to go, we were just doing religious, spiritual songs. So I felt like,
Sure.
really, I do think our 6 songs that are in this particular episode are a really, really nice blend for anyone who's just trying to seek a little peace in their life.
Of course. Yeah, I think that we really kind of rounded out the list for each other this week, and it plays out really well when you listen to all 6 songs. So if you guys want to hear all 6 songs in their entirety, well, you can head over to Spotify. We do have a playlist over there, Song Swap Showdown Season 5. I should say Song Swap Showdown 2025 playlist. If you search for that, you'll be able to get it. Plus, you can use the link in the notes as well, and that'll take you right to it. We have all our playlists over the last 5 seasons of the show, all curated with all the different songs that we have swapped with each other over these 5 years. Amanda, I think very soon we're coming up on our 5-year anniversary of doing Song Swap Showdown, because we started the show back in April of 2021.
Mm-hmm. And
man, we've been going since. And yeah, April is our sometime in April. I can't even remember our anniversary date. I'm a bad partner.
We just
I'm a very bad partner.
We just celebrated an anniversary of our first time recording together when you did an interview of me on your Rocket Growth Agency.
Yeah, my old podcast.
Yeah, which that's when we realized there was some magic going on between us as partners and co-host. And we took it to the next level. And that's why we're just still doing it years later and having a blast. And, life gets in the way occasionally, but we just keep going at it. And it's so much fun. And we're so grateful for every one of you being on the journey with us.
Yeah, I think that it's been just wild. It's been absolutely wild. For sure, to do the show and to keep it going. And I don't even know what even episode we're even on. See, I listen to some other podcasts and they're like, welcome to episode 198 or whatever it is. And I'm like, I don't even know, man. We just do the show, I've lost so much track of like what number episode we're on.
We gotta be well over 200.
I would think so. Yeah, see, I'm trying to go on like our thing. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. We'll have to figure this out. I don't know. Maybe we have some people out there been keeping us 5 years later. You both still look to say, well, thank you.
Thank you, Ian. When you do what you love.
That's right. Keeps you young forever. Young forever. Yeah.
When I do look back at some of our earlier episodes, besides it being a little more clunky.
Right.
We do it's not like you go, oh, we were babies. Nope, we were just old then too.
Nope, yep, we were just old then too. We're just slightly older.
That's right.
Just a little bit older. All right, guys. So listen, before we get started, I do want to remind you all really quick that if you are watching us on YouTube or listening to us on a podcast in the future, well, hey, 2 quick asks is if you're on YouTube, please do us a very, very small, very quick favor, which would mean a lot to us, is hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell as well, so that way you get notified when we go live, which is every Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and also when we drop other videos on the channel as well. It's a tiny action for you, but it means the world to us and to any other creator out there you're following. And if you're listening to this podcast, anywhere you get podcasts, we'll hit that follow button as well, because that also means the world to us, and it does all the same things. You'll get notified when we drop new episodes, when we drop little quick hits, all the different things. It puts you in the know, and it also sends a signal to these platforms that you guys like our show and that you would want more of it. And it helps us get the show discovered by more people who like music and like this content that we're producing. So we really appreciate it if you would do that. Very, very quick little thing. And of course, if you're over on Radio Garden State, well, hey, make sure you follow Radio Garden State anywhere on the socials at Radio Garden State, and make sure you tell all your friends about Radio Garden State, that you can listen to Radio Garden State through the website, through Odyssey app, or through the TuneIn app. Music, shows, 24/7, all New Jersey-based artists and podcast creators. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's jump into the show. I'm going to start with one of your songs.
Okay.
I'm going to start with you, Amanda.
Diving right in.
So you sent me Get Back Your Fight by Sarah Reeves. Sarah Reeves. So talk to me about this song real quick. How did you come across Sarah Reeves? Are you a Sarah Reeves fan? Was this a Pandora suggestion? Where did this song pop up on your radar? Is this on the Working Through Life playlist?
It is now.
Tell me more.
So about a year ago, I also listen to like a Lauren Daigle channel, when I'm listening to Pandora or Spotify.
Right.
Yes.
The radio that starts playing things that sound like.
They do. And when I first heard this song about a year ago, because it's a recent-ish song, I think it was 2023, if I'm remembering correctly. I didn't write it down. New-ish song. And I was in the depths of like struggle. Financially, mentally, I was just drained. Not mentally, like I was not like I just was blue in like the pit of pitimal, like bottom, like it just stunk. And I really resonated with this, and I love, you all know I love a good counting and like clapping in songs or snapping, and this has that 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it just was so catchy and sassy, and it just kind of slapped me in the face and was like, no, you're gonna get your fight back here. Like, are you gonna just submit and wave a white flag, or are you gonna like come on and pull up your big girl pants and get it moving forward? And so this kind of became an anthem. And a good friend, Paula of ours, which is Talk S with P, she has a podcast as well. I won't say it.
Talk Poop with P.
Talk Poop with P, who I love and adore. And we would send each other. This is share with her. Just have a special story and a moment of the song. So I hear now, I'm in a different place, but it still kind of gives me this like warm and fuzzy feeling in my heart of where I was and who I was with during that journey. And so it's just a very special song to me. And this song isn't necessarily a Christian song. Well, it could be, but she herself is known as being a Christian singer. So I really enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, she is, I was did a little research on her, and she's, a pop singer, songwriter, and producer from Nashville. And it just 18 years old is when she had signed her first record deal, and from there she's been, as this goes on poppassionblog.com, she's been dominating the music scene. She's appeared on TV series of multiple major networks like ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC, and Netflix, and has 21.2 million lifetime streams on Pandora, as well as 33.4 million views on YouTube. So as she says about this song, about how she details where she found herself when she wrote the song, is I shut out the voices, dug deep into my soul, and found the Sarah I didn't even realize was there all along. She's alive, she's confident, and she got her fight back. Get Your Fight Back was also written in the hopes that you could reassure her fans into believing that they are not alone. If you can do it, you can too. If I can do it, you can too. I hope this song inspires you and shows that you will overcome the pain that life throws at you. So, all right. So let's listen to some of this tunage here.
And it starts out a banger.
Yeah, it does. It does. And for those of you, once again, if you're new to this show, we don't play the song in its entirety. We do listen to these songs many, many times over before we get on the air. I feel like I have to make this disclaimer because of all the flack we get on YouTube, because we cannot play the whole song in its entirety. It's bad enough it gets flagged on YouTube as it is, and so there it is. So we listen to about 60 seconds or so of the song. So for everybody who gets mad that we don't listen to the full song, you go listen to the full song on your own. There you go.
And this one is under 3 minutes. It comes in quick, fast, and concludes.
This is 100% your style song too.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, counting down till morning comes. Been a wild one, been a dark one, devil's playground. Hope you have fun. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, singing myself heartbreak songs. Got a voice, I can't avoid it. Helps me heal, so I exploit it. Maybe someone's in a similar boat. Hope that you feel a little more less alone. Pray to the Lord, can you please help my soul? Knock on the door, are you out there? Hello. Feelings alright, we'll be alright. Don't let this battle take days off your life. Sun's gonna shine, future is bright. Promise one day you gon' get back your fight. Oh, 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 oh. Promise one day you gon' get back your fight. Oh, 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 oh. Promise one day you gon' get back your fight.
All right. So yeah, there's a little bit of "Get Back Your Fight" by Sarah Reeves, and yeah, this is like a total Amanda song. This is 100% an Amanda song, for sure. But I liked it. I liked she kind of has a Sia-esque quality to her voice, and I
Very much.
love for you guys
Yes,
that
you
listen
do.
to the show. You guys know I love me some Sia.
Yes.
And so that's what I first struck. I was like, man, I think I would, if you hadn't told me this this was Sarah Reeves, I might think that this was like a Sia
Sure.
song by first listen to it, because their voices sound very, very similar to each
Yeah.
other. But I like the song. I thought it was cool. You know, I like the piano is like really catchy. Like, dun, 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 dun. It's got like a Beatles-esque kind of
Sure.
feel to that. You know, like Paul McCartney always loved to do that, like dun, dun, that Tim Pan Alley kind of stuff. You know, like it's
Yeah.
very. But I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, the message is great. And I thought that the beat and the rhythm was pretty cool. And I think her voice to me is the thing that stands out the most in this. It is catchy, for sure. And it's got that, like, you know, that dancey
Yeah.
play. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like school play. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it. Like,
Like
it's
chopsticks and
yeah,
the song
chopsticks. Yeah. So I mean, I think
I
it's a
think that's
pretty
what it
cool
is.
song. It's a pretty cool song. So on a scale of 1 to 5 records, where am I putting Sarah Reeves' tune "Get Back Your Fight"? Well, I think for me, had never hearing this song before, I think I would put this on. I feel like this could make a playlist.
Okay.
I
Okay.
feel like this could make a playlist. I got to listen to it a few more times, but I certainly did not want to turn it off. I didn't feel compelled to turn it off. So I'm going to put this right in the middle of the road, I think, Amanda.
Okay.
I think I'm
Okay.
going to give it a 3.5.
Okay. So
I
feel
feel
like
good
that's-
about it. I like the I don't know, I just like the feel of it. I thought it was a very like I don't know, like a lot of the songs that kind of came out around this time too. Very similar feel, but I like her voice a lot.
I
I'm
think
going to give it a 3.5.
there's a lot of, good lyrics in there. One-liners.
There are a lot of good lyrics.
Where, fear is a lie,
Yeah.
devil's playground. I love how she opens the song with clearing her throat. Like,
Yeah.
I have an announcement, and kind of
Yes.
goes into that. Like she's
Very
kind of
cute.
reclaiming her fight, which is so great. And listen, we know when people are listening to this and listening to these songs, everyone is different in their journeys. How you
Sure.
would rate this song today may not be how you would rate it in 2 months, 2
Right.
years, because songs mean something to you during certain seasons. So they resonate more or less depending on where you're at. I think that's the beauty of music. It kind of, the right songs find you where you're at and when
Yeah.
you need them.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Some songs find you when you need it most. So
Yeah.
I like I said, I put this at a 3.5 records.
Okay.
How would you guys rate this song on a scale of 1 to 5 records? Let us know in the comments. And of course, if you're listening to this in the future, you can let us know in the comments too, on YouTube, on Facebook, and of course, even on Spotify, you can leave comments as well. Randall coming in with 2 records, not my cup of tea.
Understood.
So not
That's okay.
his cup of tea.
That is
Ian,
okay.
our friend from the Down Under, that's right, who's back because daylight savings time is over.
Goodness.
He can now join us.
We've
He's
missed
saying
you.
a 3.3. 3.3.
That's fair.
Yes. And let's see. Dave Mattingly checking in. Good morning, Spirit
morning,
Singers.
Dave.
He is online with us. And, he's got a great day. Art is how we decorate space. Music is how we decorate time.
I love that.
Great.
Time in our mind.
Time in our mind.
So good.
And my
Good
aunt
to see
coming in and saying,
everyone here.
congratulations, you guys are great together. On
Thanks,
our
Aunt
5
Cindy.
years of doing shows together.
So much fun. So much fun. All right.
So that's where I'm at with it. 3.5 records.
I like it. And I received that. So thank you so
Okay.
much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much. All
You're
right.
very welcome.
Your first song to me was Carry On by Manowar. Am I saying that right?
Yes, you are saying it right, which I was almost gonna spell it out phonetically for you, so because I was like,
Manowar.
I don't know if she's gonna get it, but then it'll be really funny if she tries to like say it, and I was like, and it should get so it could be for good radio. Anyway, yes, it's Manowar, and I want to shout out Mr. Tony Forkboy Donato, because this was one of his picks when we post on Facebook, what would you pick? And this was one of his picks, and I go, oh my God, yes, forgot about, great song. I love this record. This is a good feel-good song, man. The lyrics are great. Anyway, I'm anxious to hear what Amanda Sharp thinks of Manowar.
Well, I feel like when you're like Manowar, it's almost not fitting for the delivery of this song. It's a lot softer, in my opinion, than Manowar.
It's power metal. Power metal!
So one or two things have happened. I'm either... Well, I think both are true. I'm just a different listener now, because to me, I'm like, that's not even that like heavy metal. That's not even that like power ballad. Like it's feels almost like calm. And
I mean, the beginning is it's triumphant. It's about triumph and power.
But it's still like, I don't know, my ears were, this was my favorite song of the three.
Oh, interesting.
It was. Does that surprise you?
It does surprise me. It does. I thought you might like this song, but I actually thought, well, this is just me. I thought my Stryper song would be the one that you would be like, I like this song.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's okay.
I don't dislike Stryper, but hold that note.
It's okay. It's okay. Listen, I like it. I'm pleasantly surprised that you like Manowar. Carry on.
So this is from back in the late 80s, coming in at 1987.
Yes.
Is the songwriter Joey, is it DeMeo?
Yeah, Joey DeMeo. So these guys were all from New York. When I started this band way back in the early, I mean, like 1980 is when they started this band. Yeah, Joey DeMeo. Ross the Boss is in the band. I mean, they had, it was great. It's all New Yorkers and doing this whole like heroic sword and sandals like metal where you used to wear like loincloths and stuff.
Yeah.
Like He-Man. Like it's just so stupid. It's fantastic.
So appropriate for the times, though. He-Man was a thing, and obviously it resonated with people, and people enjoyed it. So this is an inspirational. I do think this is an inspirational song, and it promotes that like perseverance and strength and all of that good stuff. So, is it exactly like a Christian religious song? I don't think so. Can it fall into that bracket? I definitely think it can. Similar to the last song that we discussed, it doesn't have to, it's not just only in one lane. And sometimes I love music like that because it captivates an audience that doesn't know that they were missing something like that.
I feel that anything that could lift your soul is to me fits into spiritual whatever bucket you want to put it in. Anything that like makes you rise up and just feel like you're totally not alone. To me is a good song. Things that fill the soul, feed the soul, lift the spirits. I think those are great songs. Whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Whatever you believe in. If it can do that for you, then that to me is mission accomplished.
Yes, our souls are very important, and we do need to feed them.
Yes.
And I love the title of this, Carry On.
Carry on.
Carry on. You know, like you gotta just keep carrying on. You can't get stuck.
Yeah. And I love it too, because the title of this record is called Fighting the World. That's a record. So, and I love this record. I discovered, man, and so I'm so happy when I saw Tony put this on because I'd forgotten. And Tony and I, we used to like, Manowar was kind of like, I'm not gonna say cult band, but they weren't like a, at least here in America, weren't like it's like A tier band. Like they were like in America more like a C tier, but in Europe, of course, huge. But I had first started hearing Manowar when I listened to WSOU 89.5 Pirate Radio, Seton Hall Pirate Radio, all metal, still all metal to this day. And back in the 80s, man, when I listened to it, they used to play Manowar and they used to play this song all the time. And like all the songs from this record, Fighting the World, and it's great. This is a great record to have in your hard rock heavy metal collection because all the songs just are great. And also has, I believe on this record, I'd have to see, but this may be the record that has Orson Welles. Oh no, this isn't. Oh no, it is Defender. Yeah, I think where Orson Welles does the intro for Defender. He tells the story. It's
Defender.
Conan the Barbarian. It's great. Anyway, so let's listen to some of so many great songs in here. Yeah, Blow Your Speakers, great song. Oh my God, I'm looking at this now. I'm like, I'm gonna be totally rocking out to this record today. This is a good one. All right, so let's do this. Let's play a little bit of Carry On. I wish I could sing like this, by the way. I always say this.
I feel like you can, and you do, and you're great.
North Star always guides
It's already so heroic.
I'm captivated.
Yes, Ian, you're correct.
When all are one, I shall not betray.
The ballad.
Calling at me, I'm waiting. When all are led astray.
Let's go. Let me hear you.
Carry on, my sons forever. Carry on when I am gone. Carry on for when the day is gone. Forever carry on for as long as
I love when it kicks in.
together and forever carry on.
Kind of sounds Irish jiggy a little bit.
Around us, we don't close our eyes.
So great, man.
No one's gonna drown us. We were born to fly, coming at us. No stopping, born to amplify. Carry on, my songs forever. Carry on, carry on. When the day is done, forever carry on. For as long as we're together, and forever carry on. Yeah, be my brother.
Yes.
Fight to stay alive.
I love seeing your face.
Can't change us with all their burned out
Listen, record cover, man.
get us. Now we're
Look at it.
waiting.
It's very iconic.
Won't run it.
So triumphant.
Carry on, my songs forever. Carry on. Carry on. Forever carry on.
All right. First- All right.
It is hurting Chris to have to turn that song off.
It's killing me right now.
Um,
Oh, it's so great. You know what it is? It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to listen to, and it is. It's a positive song. It's
It is.
fun. It's 80s shtick kind of stuff. Like it's like when we play Steel Panther, like, and it's like they're the joke, but like this is the kind of stuff they're pulling from, like that, and like the 80s like hair metal stuff. It's like. It's fantastic. It's fun to go back and listen to this. I remember being that age. It transports me right back to being in high school again.
I feel like there's like a little bit of an Irish jig to it,
It does. It has a little bit of that like
which I enjoy.
Irish ballad.
Yeah, like you want to start like
Yeah.
doing a little
Yeah.
fun little something.
Ian says we all want to go back in time and meet Chris as a teenager.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. You know
Yours-
why? I don't know if you want that.
I don't know. Your spirit and joy is so like nice now.
Oh,
I
it's so funny.
I would like to see like you and youth like that too. I didn't tell you this. Did
No.
did your dad tell you he sent me pictures of when you were little?
No.
They were adorable.
Like how little? Like baby? Like
Like probably like 2 or 3.
oh my God. When I had when I used to have the long curly hair.
You guys, he was adorable.
I wish I still had that hair.
It was so cute. Yes, Danny Baglio sending me some text pictures of Chris Baglio as a baby.
Wiggles, what do you want to know? Yeah, there you go.
So
Oh
cute.
my gosh.
So cute.
Yeah, you know what, Dave? You're right. I could see Twisted Sister do it. Yeah, this and We're Not Gonna Take It are very similar sounding tunes. Like, yeah, 100% Twisted Sister. Could have been, and they did. They also had that very anthemic kind of stuff. Yeah,
similar sound.
Yeah.
Clearly this is a metal song, right? But like for some reason, my ears don't necessarily hear it exactly that way. It's very interesting to me how I'm digesting it, and I don't know if I'm just in the right mood to like receive this as not metal.
No, it's definitely metal, but it's early metal. Like it's that early 80s, like dun, 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 like power metal. Like they were sort of like that. It's basically that's what it is. I mean, they used to call it power metal, which kind of evolved into like Viking metal and all this like stuff. Because like I said, they were the guys that wore these like loincloths and they had these like He-Man, Conan the Barbarian type imagery. I mean, you can see from the record cover, it was like that was like their shtick.
I love it. Yeah, so it's cool. This was the first time I heard this song. I dig it. I think it's fun. There is a level of like let's pick it up, let's go. We're not gonna cry about it. We're gonna dry our face and we're moving forward. So I like that. So it hits all of the buttons for me. So this was, again, like I said, my favorite of today's show that you sent me. So this is getting a 4.4.
Wow. All right.
A 4.4.
4.4. I love it. And how would you guys have rated this song on a scale of 1 to 5 records? Let us know in the comments. We see Ian said it was a 3 for him.
Okay.
Randall, 3.5 records. Now let's carry on. So those are some of the ratings. How would you guys rate Carry On by Manowar? Let us know in the comments. And of course, Dave also checking in with Dave saying, just finished up some Greek with the grandkids, so I didn't have a chance to suggest any songs beforehand. I'm about to head into the doctor's appointment, so I'll have to catch everything on replay. So Dave, we look forward to hearing what your picks would have been for today's show, and I know Ian's got some in here too. Yes, thank you, and we'll get to some of that stuff very, very soon. But we're gonna keep the show rolling, guys, with our number 2 picks. So Amanda, your second tune to me this week was Lauren Daigle.
Yes.
These Are the Days. Now Lauren Daigle is definitely squarely pigeonholed or I don't know, classified in the Christian music genre. So if I went to the Christian music section in a record store and flipped through it, I would probably see Lauren Daigle in there.
Yep.
This isn't the first time you've given me or the audience here a Lauren Daigle song to listen to. But overall, I gotta tell you, my initial reaction to this one was I thought that this was one of my favorite songs out of your 3 songs.
Nice. Okay.
I really dug this song. It had a very certain retro feel to it. I'm not gonna say like she doesn't sound anything like Amy Winehouse or anything like that, but it had that like retro-y type jazzy-esque feel to it. I think, I don't know, that's where I felt like right away when I heard
soulful. Yeah.
And it's got a very it's very anthemic in a way. I mean, it's no Carry On, but but it is good. I mean, the song itself, interesting enough, the song is pretty much about, as according to songfacts.com says, is a triumphant anthem for believers in turbulent times. It's a clarion call. I like that. Clarion call to those grappling with fear, confusion, and uncertainty, reminding them that Christ's return is imminent. These are the days that believers have been longing for, and Daigle's song invites us to join in a grand celebration of what lies ahead. So there you go. This is from the album of, I think, the same name. These Are the Days. I think so.
This album is just filled with just amazing songs.
This was released, September 8th, 2023. So pretty recent, 2 years old. Yeah,
it's and it feels very fresh still when I listen to it. Like it's a fresh sound. It doesn't feel like early 2000s.
No, it doesn't. It feels, I don't know. I liked it. And there's a video. I didn't get a chance to watch the video, but the video looks like it's a lot of fun with tie-dye and stuff like that. So
yeah, and she's very, I feel like she's very eclectic in her appearance and her voice. I just feel like she's a really fun artist.
I like her voice. I think she's got a really good voice, and she's got a pretty unique sound, I think. So
yeah.
All right, so let's check this out. Let's check out These Are the Days by Lauren Daigle. Let's check this out. Yeah, see, right away it's got that like retro-y, jazzy. Reminds me of Duffy.
Yeah.
You know I love me Duffy. Love love the
I do too.
so good. But I love the like soul R&B feel.
People out there,
It's got that.
people out there.
Yeah. She's
Let go of your gas.
crazy. That song, crazy.
And you're guiding a lot, hallelujah. This is what we came for. Oh, leave all your worries behind. We know the future's burning bright. This is the great jubilation. This is what he came for.
But she's got like a very
What he
torchy kind of
came
sound to her
for.
voice.
Raspy a little bit.
Yeah.
These are the days. These are the days we've been dreaming of. So don't look away, 'cause these are the days. These are the days. Better get 'em while they come. We thought we'd never see the sun through the dark skies, but all the signs are saying it's looking up. Oh, these are the days. These are the days. These are the days we've been dreaming of. Now,
Yeah. Great bass line.
open your eyes, open your ears. I'm telling you why. You'll see heaven inhabit our praises. This is what we came for.
All right. It's good. It's a good song, man. So yeah, I mean, I feel like it's got a little bit of Gnarls Barkley. That's why I'm crazy. It's got some of that
Ooh.
feel to it, and
Yeah.
like I said, a little that Amy Winehouse. It's got that. It's the retro vibe. You know, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Is it's like she's doing that that real cool, like soul funk and
Just
that
chill.
bass line, like really cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got good vibes, really good
Yeah.
vibes. But like I said, this was my favorite out of your 3 songs. I really like this one. And I don't know if she does, because a lot of her other stuff doesn't sound like this song.
This album is a little
Yeah.
bit more similar to this style, but yeah, this is by far my favorite on that.
Yeah, I like this song. I think this is a cool tune, and I would probably add this to, I don't know which playlist, but I think I would add this one. It's got a good vibe to it. So where am I feeling with this one on a scale of 1 to 5 records? Because this was my favorite out of your 3. I would put this at a 4.2.
Ooh, thank you, sir.
Because I did really enjoy this song. I thought it was. I thought this was a really good one. I really liked it. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean,
it.
you know, the lyrics are good. You know, they're uplifting. They're positive. You know, I like it. Good vibe. Good vibes all around. We got some comments about this one. So once again, guys, let us know how you would rate this song on a scale of 1 to 5 records. Randall check in with, I like Lauren Daigle, but this is a skip for me. Sorry.
No need to be sorry.
Nope, no need to be sorry. Ian says, it reminds me a bit of my favorite American singer, Yebba. That's a 4 records for him.
I like it. And you know, this song makes me just think where there's that quote, like, these are the good old days. Because people will say, oh, the good old days. But today will become our good old days. So these are indeed the good old days. So I think it's just a good reminder. So I think that every time I hear that song. So thank you for such a great rating. 4.2.
You are very welcome.
I will take it, sir. Okay. Now, Chris Baglio, your next song. This may become a little controversial, and I'm ready.
Probably not. I got to feel, I already knew that this is a song you probably weren't going to be into, but I really wanted to mix it up and go different.
But
I really like this band, but
with that being said, I can understand why it's placed here this week. And what song are we talking about? We are talking about Shine a Light by Spiritualized.
J Spaceman.
Now, it's a 7-minute song.
Yes, it's definitely, and a lot of Spiritualized songs do have a tendency of going into outer space.
Transcending, into something. And I mean, it works. It really works. Like, I want to be very clear. I'm not criticizing this song at all when I'm saying any of these things. It's just so different. I don't think I was ready for this. Like, I've never heard it before. I
had a feeling, most American audiences are not. I mean, Spiritualized is a well-known band, but as far as American audiences go, they're not on most people's radars. Like, I got really into like the British music scene, and especially shoegaze and dream pop and whatever you want to call it, label it as, and Spiritualized, like I love their record, Ladies and Gentlemen, We're Floating in Space, is like one of my favorite records. It's so great. And Laser Guided Melodies, which is this one, is another really good one. And just Jay Spaceman, who used to be in the band called the Spaceman 3, all that. But like he just, he's the guy, to me, is a musical genius. He just writes great songs. And if you like spacey sounding psychedelica, the early Pink Floyd, I don't know. I don't even know how to class. It's just, he gets labeled into so many of those types of things. Yeah. And a lot of his stuff, though, does tend to have this like religious, spiritual, spacey vibe to them, especially when it comes to his lyrics. A lot, love lost.
The lyrics are very spot on to that.
Yes, and this is very like, Lord,
yes,
shine a light on me. Like it's,
Now, and I do, when we play the part of the song, I want everyone to guess, when do you think this song came out? Because I had to like sit back and go, if I had to have guessed what year this song came out, I would not have guessed what year it came out. I don't know what I would have guessed, but it wasn't that.
It wasn't that.
No, it's just, it takes you on a journey, which I think is really part of the chorus. Is that the right word?
Yeah, part of the chorus. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. For your spiritual journey. So it makes sense. Like it deserves to be on here. It's such a great addition to this week's playlist. It's just such an interesting one that I haven't really fully digested it yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I think Spiritualized is, when you look at bands like Blur and Oasis and The Verve and Radiohead and some of Charlatans and Stone Roses, like those bands really like kind of, for the most part, especially Oasis, Radiohead, The Verve, they really broke through to an American mainstream audience. But Spiritualized were like one of these bands, huge in Europe, huge in England, United States. I mean, can they sell out? Can they sell out in New York? Of course, yes. But like, is somewhere else in the United States? Probably not. Like they're very like I'm not gonna say niche, but niche. Yeah, like they're genre. They're an acquired taste.
Well, and I think for me is I need a little bit more when I'm diving into and craving something, a playlist like this. Right. I'm looking for some songs that are gonna like pump me up, not have me like wallow further. And this one, I'm not quite sure if this would give me. Is this like a song for reflection, or is this like a song for like getting my fight back and like dusting myself off and going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's however you want to make it. It's like shoegazy, so it's very vibe, very heavy on vibe.
Very vibe. Let's play a little bit so people if you've never heard it before, you're going to understand what I'm talking about, because it probably makes no sense until you hear it. And then remember my question. I want you guys to kind of guess when this would have came out. And if you searched it and you have the answer, that's fine too. Yeah. But I really wouldn't have known exactly where to place this as far as a release date.
It's very meditative, very repetitive, but that's very like par for the course when it comes to Spiritualized. At least in these early records.
Yeah, this could be good for like yoga. Stretch it out, relax. Now we're going to breathe in deep for 20 seconds and exhale.
Inhale. And exhale.
It's all about touching your toes. Just let it hang. Just let your head hang.
It's just shoegazy, dream pop, space rock. I mean, it's like all those things.
Stargazing. It's just so chill.
It's so chill.
And I'm not usually a chill person.
I mean, and they have big songs. I mean, they have songs that are like big, but like this is just a chill song, but But
again, that's where this makes sense that it's on our playlist this week.
Yeah, when I'm tired and alone, Lord, shine a light. I mean, it's great.
Randall coming in, thanks. I fell asleep listening to your soothing voice. That's work for me.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's a 7-minute song. So anyway, I mean, if you guys are into that kind of stuff, I urge you to go back and listen, because Spiritualized, great band. So back to your, when was this released? So this was released March 30th, 1992. And this is the debut record from Spiritualized, Laser Guided Melodies, which was just, to me, this is a great band. Great band. I mean, in 1995, I mean, this just goes to show, once again, talk about like the record had only sold 10,000 copies by 1995. Ladies and Gentlemen, We're Floating in Space is sort of like a bit of a breakthrough record for them. And that's actually the record that I found them. Like, I started getting into Spiritualized, and then I kind of worked backward from there.
Sure.
On that. So yeah, I mean, just a great band that, English band formed in 1990. And, if you ever listen to Spaceman 3, who I highly recommend you listen to, check out the Spaceman 3. Because if you really want to go like early Pink Floyd psychedelic kind of stuff, Spaceman 3 is definitely a jam, man. It's cool to listen to. And then, but you can see like where the progression goes and why Spiritualized is like that and all that. Anyway, yeah. Ladies and Gentlemen, We're Floating in Space. Pure Phase is the next one, and then that third record is the one that I got into them. That was like 97, that one came out.
I feel like I would have probably guessed that this was more 70s, but I don't know. I just know when I looked at like the date, I was like, huh. But I don't know where I would have really placed this. It is very interesting. It is very soothing. It's very relaxing. I think if you're trying to just like reconnect and anchor back into yourself, this is a wonderful song to listen to.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I say, like, guys, if you like this kind of stuff, definitely Spiritualized is a good band to get into. This record's fantastic. I highly recommend now. Like, where I started out was Ladies and Gentlemen, We're Floating in Space. Awesome record.
What a title.
You could start there and then just like go back or go forward. But they have he's really evolved the sound over the time and done different things, and still out there. Jay Spaceman still out there making music, man. Love it. And so I love this one. So I put it on. I thought it was a nice different song, especially between my number 1 and number 3 songs, and introduce you to something a little bit newer.
Yeah. I don't know if this is going on a playlist. I don't know where to nestle it.
That's fair.
I don't know where to nestle this baby. Playlist. I know, but you know what? I don't know if this one. Do you know where this needs to be? This needs to be in a. Amanda needs to like chill and think and be quiet.
Like a shoegaze playlist, I think, or dream pop playlist.
Yeah, this could be a daydreaming one.
Yeah.
A daydream playlist for me. So where do I rank this one? It was not my favorite, as we know, because Carry On was. But this is totally appropriate for this week, like I've said. So I'm going to give it a 3.8.
Okay. Wow, 3.8. Much higher than I thought you would give it.
There's nothing to dislike about this song. There's just maybe something that I'm lacking to like.
I'm like, listen to this if you're floating in an isolation tank.
I don't want to float. I'll get sick.
You'll get sick. Floating in space. Ladies and gentlemen, we're floating in space. Here's some Spiritualized here for you right now on Radio Garden State.
Amanda, here's your puke bag.
Amanda is now floating in space. Weightless,
oh, that sounds miserable.
Floating around.
That sounds miserable. Oh, that's probably why I can't connect to it. Yeah. But hey, 3.8, anyway, not bad.
No, not bad at all. Not bad at all. So Randall coming with 4 records for him. 4 records for Randall. And Ian saying, great choice, Chris. Only discovered them a few years ago myself and enjoy them. 4 for him as well. So there you go. How would you guys rate Spiritualized?
I feel like
Shine a Light.
Chris, I feel like your playlist is hitting a lot of like buttons this week. So you might be the winner.
Maybe.
But we've got 2 more songs to discuss.
2 more songs. 2 more songs. So before we do want to just bring up, because we got Ian's song picks, by the way. We have some Ian song picks. He goes, my songs for everyone, Choir by Guy Sebastian.
Okay.
The Virgin Mary had one son by Emma Donovan, and Hallelujah by Katie Noonan. And of course, Hallelujah is a song that we've talked about on the show before.
Yeah.
My father, he likes the Jeff Buckley version that, he threw that out as a suggestion. And yeah, we've talked about that song, and I was tempted on putting on another version of Hallelujah, but I'm like, you know what? We've talked about it. And there's so many other cool songs to talk about as well. So that's why I didn't put Hallelujah on my playlist. And I suspect that's probably why you didn't do it on yours either.
Yeah. It felt good to go a little different this time.
Yeah. And Ian's also saying, coincidentally, I saw Katie
cool.
Noonan live this weekend, and she was phenomenal as always. And anyone who loves incredible voices should check her out. Yes. And Ian has always sent us great Katie Noonan videos and clips and things like that. And I do. I say, check out Katie Noonan for sure, especially if you're not in the whole Australian music scene. You should definitely check out, because I will credit Ian 100% when introducing me to some great Australian artists for sure. For sure. And I always like sending him like the other play. I go, here's Australian punk bands and here's Australian shoegaze bands. I keep sending him stuff. So hopefully you've enjoyed some of those playlists, Ian. All right. So let's jump back into it for our final tunes of the day. Amanda, your final song to me is probably the most well-known, I'd say, on this list, and was one I did see show up on I think recommended songs from our network.
Or Tony, yes. Tony also recommended this one. And when I read that, I was like, you know what? I do like this one. It's a powerhouse.
Yeah. And Ian, just real quick, surely the Amanda action figure can handle anything. You know what, guys? I will have to show this really quick, because it is funny. And our dear friend Mark Ronick, right? Mark,
who is no stranger to this show.
Yeah. He this is a new ChatGPT plugin. I'm having some fun with it too. I made one for myself. I have to get it up. I was working on it. But yeah, so ChatGPT has this new plugin where you can make action figure versions of yourself. And and thank you, Mark Ronick, podcast morning chat, podcasting morning chat podcaster, Amanda Sharp action figure, complete with camera, headphones, podcasting mic. I think it's another camera.
Not sure.
Or Instagram and an iPhone.
All that's missing is a pair of roller skates.
That's right.
And the podcasting morning chat is exactly where Chris and I met. So that is where it's just extra special. A lot of good memories. Randall and us also met there.
That's
we've met so many amazing people across the world, and I will forever be grateful to that community.
Absolutely. So for those of you who are not watching, make sure you head over to our Facebook and I think I don't know, we didn't put this on Instagram yet, but it's on our Facebook page. So check it out. You can see it. The podcast morning chat podcaster action figure of Amanda Sharp. Coming soon to stores nowhere.
Yep.
Although we wish. Yeah. Ian, look out Barbie.
Oh, jeez.
So, all right. So back into the music. So Hozier, Take Me to the Church is the song. And this is probably the most well-known, I'd say, of all the tunes that we've probably talked about today. As far as mainstream success goes. This was released in 2013 on the Take Me to the Church EP and charted number 2 in the US and number 2 in the UK. Adrian Hozier Byrne is an Irish solo artist, better known as Hozier, and he first created a stir when he posted this track September 2013. The song reached number 1 on the Irish iTunes single chart and number 2 on the official Irish singles chart. Lyrically, the song is one large metaphor comparing a lover to religion. When speaking with the Irish Times, Hozier said, "Matters of the heart, I found the experience of falling in love or being in love was a death of everything. You kind of watch yourself die in a wonderful way, and you experience for the briefest moment. If you see yourself for a moment through their eyes, everything you believed about yourself is gone in a death and rebirth sense." Very deep. That was coming from songfacts.com. So listen, I think that this song is a song that you still very much hear on the radio. It's still out there. And
very much.
You know, it's a cool tune. It's a very cool tune. It's very gospel-y, but I think updated. It's like an updated gospel song. You know,
it's powerful. It's convicting. It
is.
Yeah, there's a lot of good.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, wow. 5 records for me. One of my favorites, Should Be a Wedding Song.
As in pulling Marcus. Pulling Marcus to the church.
Yeah.
Get in here. Take me to church.
Take me to church on top. So, you know, and the other thing too, before we play this, because I don't know a lot of people will play a little bit of it, is I do feel like this could have been two of the artists that we talked about at the top that I said I'm surprised you didn't give to me is I could see Elvis doing a version, and I could see Johnny
Oh.
Cash doing a version of this.
Very much in their own little way, but
Yeah, their own way,
absolutely. Yes, I
right?
agree.
I think
I
that
agree.
that would have been in a world. I feel like the two of those guys would have covered this song.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. So here's some "Take Me to Church."
My lover's got humor. She's the giggle at a funeral. Knows everybody's disapproval. I should've worshipped her sooner.
Great voice, man.
If the heavens ever did speak, she's the last true mouthpiece. Every Sunday's getting more bleak. A fresh poison each week. We were born sick, you heard them say it. My church offers no absolutes. She tells me worship in the bedroom. The only heaven I'll be sent to is when I'm alone with you. I was born sick, but I love it. Command me to be well. Amen.
That's so beautiful. What's about to come,
Yeah.
Amen.
It's a lot of really cool vocals.
and then boom.
Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death that's dead,
Nope.
the good God. Let
Yeah.
me give you my life. Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death that's dead, the good God. Let me give you my life. If I'm a
Yeah.
pagan of the good
This is a really strong song, man. This song is, I mean, now it's like I can't even believe it's already been over 10 years ago.
Isn't that remarkable?
And it has held up. I will say this song really holds up. It holds up, and
It feels new
it's
and fresh still.
going back, re-listen to this, hearing a lot of the little vocal things that we were just discussing. Like it's a cool, very, very cool song. It's a very strong song. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
This is a song that is on playlists for me already. It's a liked song, all those types of things. So I really like this one a lot. So I'm going to agree with my aunt, who I just saw come in
Ooh.
with her rating on this one. I'm going to give this song a 4.5. I think it holds up
Yeah.
really well still to
Cindy,
this day.
thank you.
It's a cool song, and I love the take that, like, it's basically taking that. I mean, the theme is one thing, which is like,
Yeah.
very multi-layered, complex, but like just like sort of taking that like hymnal and like gospel-y type thing and like bringing it like and putting his style, Irish flavor, like it's very cool. It's all very, very good. Well done, and the song holds up.
This is a song that I wish I could listen to for the first time again.
Yeah, it's one of those songs that the first time you hear it, like, wow, this is
You're
really
like,
interesting.
Wow. Yeah, like just
Yeah.
wow.
So Ian coming in with a 3.5 for him. And of course, as I said, my aunt coming in with 4.5. How would you guys rate Hozier, Take Me to Church, on a scale of 1 to 5 records? Of course, Randall coming in with saying 5 records for him. One of his favorites should be a wedding song, as we were talking before.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how would you guys rate this song? We'd love to hear from you. Let us know, because it's a definitely one. A lot of people know that song. And but yeah, it holds up, man. Holds up.
So this might be the show's favorite, that song. So Tony Donato, thank you for that recommendation.
Yeah, providing 2 recommendations for today.
That might have made me the winner. We'll see,
I
because
might
we
have.
got one more song though to discuss, which is "Calling on You" by Stryper.
Righteous Riffs of God.
Yes,
I love Stryper. Everybody makes fun of me for liking Stryper. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. They are not lame. They are fun. Whatever. Stryper is great. I've seen them live a bunch of times. They're awesome. They're an awesome band. And this record, To Hell with the Devil, is awesome. Thank you. A lot of awesomes.
I love the name of this record, "The Hell with the Devil."
To hell with the devil. Yeah.
Screw you, devil.
Yeah, and the song on here is great too. To hell with this is a metal. I don't care what anybody says. This is a metal classic.
Do you know what really surprised me about my research on this song?
What?
And I wouldn't have known this because I wasn't allowed to watch MTV.
You were not. Yes.
But this song, according to my Googling, actually had a ton of airtime
Lots
on
of.
MTV, which is amazing because this
Yep.
is clearly a Christian-based song.
They made-
100%.
Stryper has never made any bones about not being. I mean, they wear on their sleeves, except for one time they tried to do it by being like outlaw guys and trying to bury it. But They have always worn "We're a Christian band" on their sleeve, and they don't care, and I don't care either.
No, and it's amazing because
Love them.
I mean, for them to have had like space on MTV is
Huge.
amazing for being
Huge.
Christian based. And they were the first Christian metal album to achieve platinum status, selling over 1,000 copies. That is amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah. And I remember the first time I saw them was on MTV's Total Request Hour. You know, they used to, well, Amanda doesn't remember this, but you used to be able to call in and request videos, and boom, that's where I saw Stryper. And I was like, oh my God, this is great. I don't care what they're singing about. This is awesome. I love this band. And those riffs, you cannot deny their catchy melodies, guitar playing, everything. The best.
It's good. Now, does it sound like it's out of 1980s? Absolutely, because
100%.
It's 1986. So it 1,000% sounds like it's from that decade. But I love the 80s, and I'm here for it. And so I really enjoyed this song. I still liked the Carry On a little better.
Right.
But I say little better because I mean a little better. Mm-hmm. But this was good.
Righteous riffs from God, man. I love
Righteous riffs from God.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Riffs for Jesus. Love it. All right, so let's listen to a little bit of
Let's do it.
Calling on You by the one and only Stryper. The Yellow and Black Attack. Let's go. Oh yeah, start that over. Yeah. I love that riff, man. We gotta watch the music video to this.
Okay.
Inside of me, that is a lonely place. Sometimes I just don't know it's
Love it. Here we go. Those notes.
To be by my side. That's when I call you. You make my life complete. You give me all I need.
I love how happy this makes you.
Yes. What a fill. Stryper. Love it. This record is amazing. I love To Hell with the Devil. It's a great record. Great album. All catchy songs. And the ballad on here was huge. Honesty. Oh my God. What an enormous song that was.
Now,
enormous.
Could you imagine Chris being in church, just minding his own business, and them saying to everyone, "We have a special surprise for you." And Stryper came out. Would you have just died and went to heaven?
I would have absolutely died and went right to heaven right there. But you know what? Because they weren't Catholic, they were Christian. So big deal. I was brought up in the Roman Catholic Church. So
sure.
It was just heavy metal was devil's music.
So it really would have been like you died and went to heaven.
100%. Yeah, would have been amazing. Would have been amazing. But and Ian saying, yeah, would have Petra have been the first big Christian rock band in America? You know, Ian, that's a really good that's a good comment. And Petra, while they did have a lot of success, Stryper, especially this record, was huge. And Petra did not have MTV presence like Stryper did. I mean, Calling on You, Honesty, Free, these songs, like this, they were on MTV in steady, heavy rotation. And that record in particular, I mean, that's a chef's kiss of Christian metal right there.
And listen, if you guys hear Harry in the background, he is throwing a fit because he is not in his chair where the sun is. So I'm so sorry. Yeah,
and he wants to hear Stryper, obviously.
Obviously. Turned off on him.
Randall giving a 4.5 records. Nice beat.
Nice.
4.5.
Nice.
I respect Stryper, but the music has never done anything for me. Fair enough.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
I feel like there's this gospel level of Stryper that is overpowered by the metal, but like you can definitely hear that that we listened to a radio station on the way home from church that sounds like this, but it's not the metal.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the metal part of it. All right, where do I rate this song?
Where do you rate Stryper calling on you from the hell with the devil?
I really like this, so I'm giving it a 4.2. I think it's fun. I think their story and the fact that they even had MTV airtime just blows my mind. That really blows my mind. So I think that is just amazing.
Nope, they're a great band, man. And I know I've taken a lot of flack over the years for liking Stryper. I could care less. They are a great band. They're a great band. That's it. And I've seen them live a bunch of times, and they're awesome live. They're awesome live. Like, really good. Like, tight, solid, fun band to watch.
Nice. All right. So who won? Who won
this week's Song Swap Showdown? Who is the most spiritual? Who is filled with the most Holy Spirit on today's show?
On today's show. So Chris came in at 12.4, Amanda at 12.2. So Chris, you are the hostess with the most ghostess, the Holy Ghost Spirit.
I am filled with the Spirit. Always said, sorry, Chris. Gotta agree with Dave. 2.5. Okay, hey, listen, that's fair. We all did. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, listen, I accept the Holy Spirit into my life for today's show. Thank you so much.
You thank him for this reward.
Yeah. Yep. I appreciate this amazing award. This wonderful award.
I love it. Fun episode, everyone. And everyone was giving their ratings, and that was super fun. We love your comments. It really adds to our show. So thank you all for being here. Yay!
Yes. Great show today, guys. Awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate you. Make sure you keep it tuned here all day. If you're listening on Radio Garden State, make sure you tune in over there, or head over there if you're watching us on YouTube and you're like, hey, I want to go tune in to Radio Garden State. Lots of great music there. And of course, if you are on YouTube, hit that subscribe button right now. Do that. Do it. Hit the little bell so you get notified. And if you're listening on any podcast platform, hit that follow button as well. Very big. Please do that. All right, guys. Wait, what does he say? Chris, but if Stryper sang in Latin.
Ooh.
That would be amazing.
Everything sounds great in Latin, in my opinion.
Really does.
It's amazing sounding.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much for hanging out, and we will see you next week, I think, for another live episode of Song Swap Showdown. Amanda, any final words before we wrap it up?
This is such a fun episode. Everyone, just have an amazing week. Right on this high of spiritual songs.
That's right. Let this show be your inspiration.
Yes. Let it feed your soul.
Yes. Calling on you.
Carry on.
Carry on. Bye, guys.